Here I want to talk about the principle of triangulation. One of the ways that you can calculate or duplicate things is knowing how to triangulate. There are basically triangulation is the idea of being able to have enough information to draw an exact duplicate of this triangle, any triangle. So here's what works. If I know the length of the three sides of the triangle, this side, this side, this side, and I connect those three sides, I will always end up with the same triangle because this length, and this length, these will always end up giving me the same triangle. If it's a different triangle, one of those lengths has to change. So if I know side, 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 it works. I can always duplicate the triangle. Also, if I know side, angle, side, if I know the length of one side, the included angle, and another side, then I will always be able to find that last side and duplicate the triangle. Regardless of which ones I know, I could know this side, this angle, and this side, and I'd always be able to know that if I've got this angle right, go up this direction, got this angle right, go over this direction, and connect those two ends, I will always end up with the same triangle. Also, angle, side, angle. If I know this angle, this side length, and this angle, I will always meet up here at this point, and I will be able to duplicate the triangle. Now, the one that doesn't work is if I know all three angles, because if I know all three angles, and let me demonstrate, if I know all three angles, I can end up with a different triangle, and the angles are the same. I just so happened to use a 30-60 triangle here to make the demonstration triangle, and look at that. This angle and this angle are the same. This angle and this angle are the same, and this angle and this angle are the same, but they're not the same triangle. So the only thing you have to remember in triangulation is side, side, side. If you know those three lengths, you will always get the same triangle, so that always works. Side, angle, side, regardless of which sides and which angle, as long as the angle is the one in between the two sides, you always will end up with the same triangle. And angle, side, angle, you will always end up with the same triangle. Angle, angle, angle never works. And I want you to know this because you will use this. You will use this in things like, a stage manager doing something like taping out a floor, trying to find a point in space, knowing the angles and the lengths of the two sides can help you find a point in space. And finding that point in space is what you need to be able to do to tape down something accurately. For example, or laying something out in the shop. If you're working as a carpenter and you're building a piece of scenery and being able to find a particular point, knowing how to triangulate is a way of solving those kinds of problems. And of course, when you're drafting, knowing how to triangulate will help you to solve problems. So it's a handy thing to know. And the knowing that just the one that doesn't work is angle, 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 and all the rest of them do. That's a handy thing for you guys to know, and an easy thing to remember. All right, that's triangulation. Pretty straightforward and simple.